Well, let's cross to Tel Aviv and speak to our correspondent Luke Shrago. Luke, I've talked about the situation in Gaza. There's also been rocket fire towards Tel Aviv in a short while ago. Bring us up to date with what you're hearing, what you're seeing.
Well, here in Tel Aviv, we were subject to a rocket attack by Hamas just a short while ago. Around 10 rockets targeting the city here, around 30 in total targeting areas across central Israel. A siren sounded shortly before the salvo, forcing all of us to run for cover wherever we could. It was a short time later, there was a number of explosions above the city, most of those rockets being intercepted, but we are told that 2 fell on the city itself, with one man being lightly injured through rocket shrapnel. And there were announcements also for us to stay in cover until such time as authorities could determine that the situation was safe. Now, of course, this is Hamas's response to Israel's ongoing offensive in Gaza. The Israeli authorities announced that their stage of the offensive was well into its second phase on Tuesday. A government spokesperson saying that their objectives in the north were almost complete. We've also had reports of tanks moving into the Gaza Strip's second largest city of Khan Yunis. Now, this comes as the Palestinian health authorities based in the West Bank report an extremely bloody night in the south of Gaza. They reported that over 15,900 civilians have been killed since October 7th and the outbreak of the war itself. The Israeli military keeping evacuation orders in effect for the south of Gaza, urging people to flee to the south in Rafah, though to pass via coastal areas, given that the Saladin Highway, Gaza's north-south major axis, has now become a battle zone and is thought to be completely severed. The United Nations, however, has been saying that it is impossible to create safe zones in Gaza. A spokesperson for UNICEF saying that they were not scientific, not rational and not possible. An aid agency has estimated that at least 80% of the Gaza Strip's population has now been displaced, about 1.9 million people of 2.3 million, many of them repeatedly moving from place to place. This is Israel again accuses Hamas of putting civilians on the front line, using them as human shields as it moves to complete the aims it's stated for the war, and that is to crush Hamas entirely, not to mention retrieving its hostages that are still held in Gaza.
Luke, good to have that update. Good to hear from you. Luke Shrago, our journalist in Tel Aviv. Now, we've just had incoming